Hi, it's me again. Yeah, not said that one for a while, have I? But I thought I'd make a rare appearance because there's been a rare victory in the world of TV licensing. I've been following this story for a while, so I'll catch you up on the story itself, and then that'll allow us to talk about the rare victory. So this was the original story. Look, man thought he'd beaten TV license system, then a letter turned up. So this is a gentleman who declared no license needed, like I have done in the past, like I'm sure many of you do. And he got a visit, because I think he guarantees you a visit. And he talked to the goon, which is the worst thing you could do. Never ever talk to him. Look, go through this, look. Last September, Mr. Stewart had a knock on the door from a TV licensing inspector chap. He took this as a chance to lay out his televiewing habits face to face, saying, I told him I didn't pay for a TV licence because I didn't think I needed one because I don't watch live TV. If you don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast or access BBC iPlayer, legally you do not require a licence. I don't even have an aerial installed on my TV, and I invited him to do his checks. He was a bit apprehensive, but he was probably surprised that someone actually invited him in. But he looked at everything and asked what I use the TV for. So I told him I just watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, blah, blah, blah. Following the inspection, he claimed the officer confirmed his compliance with licensing rules. We've said it a lot on this channel, and not just me as well. Everyone in this fight says the same thing. Never, ever talk to the goons. This guy is obviously playing a straight game. Like myself, don't watch recordings being broadcast or access BBC iPlayer, but do not talk to these people. You don't know who they are. You could be anyone. Don't invite anyone into your house. How do you... I said this before. If someone knocks on your door, say they're from TV licensing, and they show you an ID card, I've been doing this for years and years and years. I don't know what a real ID card for TV licensing looks like. So how could you? How could anybody? Don't let anyone into your house. And no good will ever come from talking to these people, as you're about to see. He continued, it was official and I agreed with what he had said, so when I was presented with the big white signature box, I just signed it. And then he left. To be honest, I was really made up with myself thinking I'd beaten the system and proved I didn't need a licence. You didn't need a licence. However, come January, he was startled to receive a single justice procedure notice for apparently watching TV without a licence. He explained his confusion. I said, if I pleaded not guilty, the fine would be larger and I may have to pay court costs. So I'm not sure what's going on at this point. What's going on at this point, sir, is that goon came to sell you a licence to earn his commission because they get paid. They might be changing that, but for these purposes, we'll say they still earn the commission, right? You've done everything right. You even invited him in, which he sounded shocked about, to prove you're doing nothing wrong. And he had nothing on you. So he's taking you to court anyway, because they get a commission for either selling a licence or court proceedings. They do. And if they get one of them people that don't have a licence and they sell a licence on the door, they'll still do the court proceedings as well, because then they're doubling their commission. So this guy was taken to court. So that brings us round to, well, the spoiler alert of this video, wasn't it? That there's been a little victory with regards to the TV licence fight. So this one appeared a couple of days later, or a little while later. This is the headline. Dad wins court battle with TV licensing after cancelling to watch Netflix. A father has triumphed in a legal wrangle with TV licensing after he cancelled his licence to enjoy streaming services on his gaming console. Blah, blah, blah. However, the lesser known fact is that not everyone needs a TV licence, which means you can legally contribute nothing if your viewing habits align with the regulations. It's not even hard. I've tried a lot. I've spent a lot of money. I've done posters. I've done flyers. I've put a lot of hours into this YouTube channel. We've reached a lot of people. But people do still believe that if you own a telly, the amount of times, honestly, I have chats with mates or people in the pub, whatever. If you own a telly, you must have the TV licence. You're stitching people up, John. No. This guy knows it, but he's still got stitched up for it. Or attempted stitched up for it, anyway. So after the officer, his visiting officer, the TV licence enforcement officer, summarised his attestations, had him sign a document, which we don't know if he put anything else on that document after the gentleman signed it. Do we? Probably did. Not long after, Mr. what's his name, found a single justice procedure notice in his letterbox, essentially a notification of an impending court action. Undeterred, Mr. Stewart decided to defend himself in court, as is his right. How many of these do you think go through these single justice procedure and people just don't turn up? They just plead guilty by post and pay the fine rather than defending themselves. Just one for black belt barrister, isn't it? So undeterred, he decided to defend himself in court, where he disputed the claim made by the TV licensing representative that had been watching the news and had denied the officer entry. So the TV licensing enforcement officer lied, basically, to put this man into court to get his commission, which is 25-30 quid. Sefton Magistrates Court threw out the case, citing a lack of evidence. A TV licensing spokesperson said this was reviewed by TV licensing following the court hearing in April 25 and his standard practice, and no failings were highlighted. No failings were highlighted. TV licensing did nothing wrong. Apart from the TV licensing enforcement officer, who obviously doesn't work directly for TV licensing, is it Capita, isn't it, that employs them, lied. We don't know what he wrote on that document after the fact, and he just straight up lied to get a commission and take an innocent man to court. And a TV licensing spokesperson said, this was reviewed by TV licensing following the court hearing in April. No failings were highlighted. It has since emerged that the man was correct in his assertion as per TV licensing's own regulations, according to its own guidelines that we all know, hopefully. A TV licence is mandatory if you engage in any of the following activities. Watch or record TV on any channel, watch live content on streaming services, use BBC iPlayer. If you don't watch or record anything, you're just watching Netflix, downloads, catch up. You can watch ITVX all day long, the Channel 4 catch up, Channel 5 catch up, Sky Go, whatever. As long as you're not watching anything as it's being broadcast and you don't access iPlayer, you don't require one. Years now, years and years. Bit of a cough, sorry. Years and years I haven't had one. I can't remember. It's got to be 10, 11 years. It's got to be. And I haven't missed anything. If you're still paying it because you're worried you're going to miss something, try this video. Watch this video. I'll put a link down below as well. It's not my best work. I was a bit over-enthusiastic that day. I must have had a lot of pop or something. But I might redo it, actually. But have a look at it because it explains everything that you need to know. But, yeah, I've said it many times and I will continue to say it, that do not ever talk to a TV licence enforcement officer, even if you're playing a completely straight game like myself or that gentleman, because you're still going to get stitched up because they want their commission. Like I say, I do believe they're changing the rules of this and they're looking at flat salaries. I've seen a few job adverts for TV licence enforcement officers and it's not mentioned anywhere, the commission anymore. But do not talk. You don't have to talk to them. They're not. They like to believe they've got some kind of power like police or bailiff. They're nobody. They're absolutely nobody. It's just a door-to-door salesman. So if you happen to open the door to one and you say, hello, I'm from TV licensing, you go, no thanks, mate. Shut the door. They can't put the foot in the door. They can't keep knocking on it. That's harassment. If you think I'm stitching you up, have a look. I've got loads and loads of clips and I've got a few more to do. I've got a few new Goon videos coming soon of people just saying no thanks and closing the door. They can't, even if you're not playing a straight game, they won't know. The only way they know what you're doing in your property is if you tell them or you let them in to see it. Now, I'm not saying you should be watching anything you shouldn't be watching. Of course you shouldn't. Do not talk to these people. No good will come from it. None at all. None. This guy proves it. They lie. They're liars. And it's nice to see them get put back in their box for a bit, because normally people just don't turn up, plead guilty by post, pay the fine, say, oh well, wasn't worth the risk, was it? No. And they get their propaganda from that as well. This is propaganda for our side. You can win if you're not doing anything wrong. And I used to say back in the day when I first started this a long time ago, I used to say, don't film them, don't antagonise stuff. Film them. Film them. If that guy had had his phone out and he filmed, or a video doorbell, whatever, right, and had filmed that entire interaction, then he could have submitted that to the court. It would have got completely thrown out, wouldn't it? Still nothing would have happened to TV licensing, which is absolutely ridiculous, for blatantly lying and misrepresenting any evidence they didn't have. No. Film it. Film it for your own protection. Then send it to me so I can show everybody else. Don't do the no license needed thing. It only lasts 2 years. It doesn't stop all the letters. It only stops the terrorising, most of the terrorising letters. I believe it guarantees you a visit because they know someone's at that property. Like this address here, I've been here just over 2 years now. I've been in this flat and I get a letter every month. I've had no visits at all. Just address it. As far as they're concerned, this flat's empty. Whereas if I do the no licence needed declaration, they now know somebody's here and is willing to engage with them. So they'll come around and they'll do a visit. I guarantee you'll get a visit if you do no licence needed declarations. Just flat ignore them. Completely ignore them. No good comes, as this guy's proven, from interacting with these people. Just blank them. I don't know. What do you think about this? Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit all the buttons and everything while you're down there, leaving your comments, subscribe and all that. So if you do all that, hopefully I'll see you again in another video soon. I will start making more videos. I have been slack. I've been busy at work. That's the problem. And then I get home, like from a shift at work, or if I'm working from home or anything. And then these aren't like quick and easy to make, some of these videos, are they, with the editing and peeing about and the uploading. And the last thing I want after a really long day at work is another couple of hours in front of a screen. So I've been slacking. I will do more. I want to do more walkabouts. I want to get back down Malden's Promenade Park and have some walkabouts there because I've repaired that camera that I broke that I used to do that on. Sorry. I will try. I'm trying. I'll try harder. Ta-da.